to be like, it's really happening.
Dealing with depression,
That's been my battle.
are you all right?
So what I struggle with is being a decent human being.
Talking about love.
My wife, Barbara, I've never met anybody like her.
I love how emotional you get when you talk about her.
I want to be with her at the end.
And rock it out. All right, a little about me. I'm recently married. I work with my wife on this show, and I'm learning how to be a dad to two amazing kids in a blended family. I'm hosting a talk show because there's a lot to talk about. This is The Adventure. Welcome to the show. Thank you. Have a seat. I love it. I'm seeing people holding up CDs from the guy who's on the show today. We've got albums, and we have a guitar, which makes me so happy. He was one of the biggest stars of the 80s, and he's still going strong today. Rick Springfield. He had everybody singing Jesse's Girl. But that hit, that legendary hit, that was just one stop, one little stop on the road of Rick's life and career. Roll it. 31 years ago, Rick Springfield's song was everywhere. You know, I wish that I had Jesse's Girl. It was an anthem of the 80s. Jesse's Girl. And it made him a mega star. Where can I find a woman like that, Jesse's Girl? Women around the world were asking, why can't I find a man like that? When he wasn't playing on MTV, you could find Rick down the dial on ABC, where he played the dashing Dr. Noah Drake on General Hospital. At 31, he was at the height of his fame. And then, Rick did the unthinkable. He withdrew from the spotlight. After a decade away, Rick reemerged. It seemed most of America had forgotten about him.
Who the is Rick Springfield?
But not his fans.
There wasn't a plan B ever for me. I was committed to music, and fortunately, I've, been able to wrestle it to the ground and make it work.
Making it work is an understatement. Rick sold a staggering 19 million albums and counting. He's still writing, still performing, still connecting to fans with each and every note. Please welcome Rick Springfield! Hi, man. Great to see you. Thanks for being out here. So, yeah, a couple fans here.
They didn't mean that. No.
You have this documentary. If you haven't seen it, I'm guessing most people here have seen it. You might be even in it, some of you. But it really is a tribute in a lot of ways to your fans.
Yeah, totally.
As much as it is your music.
Yeah, no, it's all about the fans, really. I mean, we dance around and play and sing, but and I do some interviews, but it's really about the fans. And
what I love about the documentary is how honest it is, because you get to see Rick as he is. You see him in concert, you see him rehearsing, and you're not trying to hide anything. You're not in perfect light. You don't have makeup on. You're just you.
yeah, I that's how I write, and certainly my autobiography, which I wrote myself and have no one else to blame, but revealed a lot, and that's the way I write songs. I write honestly, and Oscar Hammerstein, who's one of my all-time favorite writers, Rodgers and Hammerstein, did Carousel in Oklahoma. That's what I was raised on, actually, not the Beatles, but the show tunes like that my parents used to play. He said, write what you know, so I write what I know, which is the times I've up, and then tried to correct it, and then messed up again and tried to correct it, and that's been my battle.
Your whole life
Are you all right?
Mm-hmm.
You just got emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, because I've hurt a lot of people, and mainly my wife at times, and that's what I struggle with is being a decent human being.
now, when you're fiddling with your bracelets, is that a nervous tick or is that a distraction to hold the emotion back that you're feeling?
Probably a nervous tick. Plus, I'm thinking, this one doesn't fit properly. We should take it out.
Oh wow! Well, somebody is
Right.
happy.
Go to Vegas.
Well, I love how 1 minute into this interview, how honest you are, because that really is. I grew up with you, right? So not that we don't have much difference in age, but you were the guy, like as a young guy, you want to be Rick Springfield. I mean, your life changed. And to me, what seemed like one day, all of a sudden, Jesse's Girl was on the radio and General Hospital was on the TV, and you were everywhere.
Yeah, it was pretty much happened instantaneously. But the thing with overnight success is that it takes you about 15 years to get there. And
Right.
the struggle, the 15 years before, that was, where I discovered who I was as a writer and to a degree perfected what I did. And then suddenly it hits and everybody goes, overnight success.
Well, okay.
But it did happen all at once. I mean, the fact that I was on General Hospital, which became that summer the biggest show on television, and also had a #1 hit, is like, it's stupid. You couldn't plan that if you tried. And it was just the will of the gods.
Were you pursuing both at the same time?
Yeah, I was. And I hadn't worked as an actor for 9 months, and had started acting because I couldn't get a record deal. And I had 3 record deals, and they'd all, yielded really practically nothing. And ADD's kicking in. I'm just looking at your shoes, saying they're kind of dirty.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. These actually have
You
never.
buy them dirty.
No, they've never touched anything. That's just the way they give them these.
I know,
stuff
you buy them
marks.
dirty. I know.
Yeah.
Like dirty. Like, look, see this holes in my shirt? I
Look
paid
there.
good money for them.
Right. I don't.
Look.
I don't even like these shoes anymore. Rick,
Dude, I'm not taking my shoes off.
You
I'm
don't
not
have
sure
to.
what socks I have on.
we were talking about the fact that you were, pursuing both music and acting.
Right.
And what I always wondered at that time was, would you have preferred one to come and then the other? Because how do you handle 2 massive careers at once?
You work 24 hours a day, basically, is what I did. I didn't sleep. I'd go on General Hospital Monday morning. Those holes are really big, aren't they? You know what that's from? That's from my guitar. Because I wore this shirt on stage. And so
Just mean from the guitar hitting?
Yeah, from the guitar hitting.
But you don't even wear a shirt on stage most of the time. Let's be honest. I've seen your shows. You're shirtless most of the time.
No, I think the fact that they hit together was very powerful. And I think it's, what?
I'm going to give Rick a...
I know.
Wait,
And we're
what do
going
you-
left now, everybody. And now we're going right.
Oh, he got right back where he needed to go. Right.
Yes, I know, Steve.
Hold on. Are you a Rick Springfield fan? You are. Hold on. Let me get down here. What is it about this guy? What is it? Because when we put out a little Twitter that said, hey, Rick Springfield's coming by, it was like this. It was done. Seats are gone.
He's real. He's real. Like, down to the core, he likes his fans, he has a good time, and he's a real guy.
So now,
Even though he's Rick Springfield, he's real.
one of the questions that will come up with this is, can people follow his story? He went left, he went right. Are you with him?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so you don't mind that he says, I have ADD, he takes off a bracelet, shows the hole in his shirt, and then goes back to the story.
I have a son who's a musician. His story is the best story to tell. Honestly, because everybody struggles. Everybody sees that it's all good and nice, but they don't see what's underneath, and it's hard. And he's real.
All right, so we'll take a break. We'll come back. Rick's here the whole day. We're going to have music. I'm going to invite the rest of our crew down later because he's got a new song he's going to play. We're just getting started. Be right back.
Puberty was hell for me. I felt really ugly, and I felt really unattractive to girls.
When was the first time you realized maybe I'm not as ugly as